Have you ever felt that knot in your stomach, Niner Nation, that simmering frustration when the future of a beloved player, a true embodiment of your team's grit and spirit, hangs precariously in the balance? It's a feeling of uncertainty that can drive even the most stoic fan absolutely wild. Today, we're diving headfirst into the swirling vortex of rumors surrounding San Francisco 49ers wide receiver Jauan Jennings. Is he about getting a long-term deal that secures his place in the Bay Area? Or are we on the precipice of a trade that could send shockwaves through the league? We'll dissect every angle, every whisper, and then, on the back half of the show, we're going to spotlight 5 49ers players staring down a make-or-break 2025 season. This is a 49ers report, and we're just getting started. The NFL rumor mill has been working overtime, and at the epicenter of the latest buzz for the San Francisco 49ers is none other than third-end Jauan Jennings. As training camp looms, set to kick off officially on Tuesday, July 22nd, the biggest storyline swirling around Santa Clara is Jennings' future. Adam Schefter, the venerable insider, recently dropped a bombshell. Multiple teams have apparently inquired about Jennings' availability. However, the 49ers' response has been steadfast. They have no desire to trade their rugged wide receiver. Now, that's the official line, but in the cutthroat world of the NFL, things can change in an instant. The 49ers front office, of course, understands Jennings' immense value. They know what he brings to the table, not just as a pass catcher, but as a tone setter, a physical presence, and an elite run blocker. Many believe the Niners can and should reach a resolution, whether it's a pay increase for 2025 or a full-blown contract extension. So, why should the San Francisco 49ers absolutely, unequivocally sign Jauan Jennings to a contract extension? Let's break it down. First and foremost, the wide receiver room is currently riddled with question marks. We're still in the dark about Brandon Aiyuk's return and his recovery from that knee injury he battled last year, not to mention his ongoing contract saga. Demarcus Robinson faces a potential suspension following his DUI arrest last November. Ricky Pearsall, a promising young talent, is now dealing with his second hamstring injury in as many seasons. And then you have unknowns like Jacob Cowing and Jordan Watkins, who, while intriguing, are still improving commodities at the NFL level. Jennings, in this landscape of uncertainty, is the one constant, the reliable force. Furthermore, in an exploding wide receiver market, Jennings remains incredibly affordable. We're talking a price tag likely in the range of $11 to $15 million per year. For a player who consistently delivers in crucial moments, that's exceptional value. Last year, amidst a flurry of injuries that plagued the 49ers' offense, remember, they were the second most injured offense in the entire NFL, Jennings developed an undeniable rapport with Brock Purdy. And why is that crucial? Because you just locked up Purdy as your franchise quarterback for the foreseeable future. It makes perfect sense to surround him with weapons he trusts, players he has chemistry with. You did it with George Kittle. It's time to do it with Jauan Jennings. Beyond the stats and the salary cap, Jennings embodies the very culture of the San Francisco 49ers. He's tough, he's rugged, he loves the game. He's not about social media drama or cryptic posts. A subtle jab at some other wideouts, perhaps? He just gets down and dirty, grinding it out, and he has demonstrably improved every single year he's been in the NFL. He's a true player development success story for San Francisco. His game, remarkably, is also built to age well. He just turned 28, and he's never relied on blazing speed or twitchy moves. He wins with size, a great catch radius, contested catches, and an incredible knack for clutch plays. He's also a phenomenal run blocker, a leader in that receiver room, and he uses his body control and sound hands to box out defenders, creating throwing windows for Purdy. He's not on the wrong side of 30, and his physical, tough style of play suggests he can continue to be highly effective for years to come. Now, I know some of you out there saying, Chase, Jauan Jennings only had one truly great year. He's not worth a big payday right now. To that, I offer this counter-argument. Have all of his clutch plays, his monumental moments in the biggest games, Super Bowls, NFC championship games, divisional rounds, wild card matchups, and crucial regular season battles. been worth it throughout his entire 49ers career? The answer, my friends, is a resounding yes. When the pressure cooker is on, when the chips are down, the 49ers have always been able to trust and rely on Jauan Jennings. As a former 7th-round pick who wasn't even on the 53-man roster as a rookie, he has steadily progressed, becoming an underpaid asset for San Francisco. He played for just over $7 million last year and is under contract for a similar amount this year. But was he worth more than that last season? Absolutely. The pressure on the 49ers to resolve the situation is palpable, especially given the precarious state of the wide receiver position. Aiyuk's contract dispute, his injury history, and even his attitude have created uncertainty. Ricky Pearsall, despite his talent, has battled a shoulder subluxation and now 2 hamstring issues, raising significant injury concerns. DeMarcus Robinson is facing a potential DUI suspension that could sideline him for 3 to 5 games. And then there's Jacob Cowing, a smaller receiver at 5 feet 9 inches, 172 pounds, who, despite a great spring, remains an unknown commodity in the regular season. Amidst all these question marks, Jauan Jennings stands alone as the only non-question mark, the one consistent, reliable presence. So, if a trade were to happen, which teams are reportedly at the front of the line? According to advanced conversations, the Las Vegas Raiders and the Pittsburgh Steelers are the 2 teams most frequently mentioned as top suitors for Jennings. Both desperately need help at the wide receiver position. Let's start with the Pittsburgh Steelers. This is a team that has made aggressive win-now moves. Paying T.J. Watt, signing Aaron Rodgers, trading for Jalen Ramsey, Jonnu Smith, and DK Metcalf. They have one of the oldest rosters in the NFL. And while Mike Tomlin has never had a losing season, the time to win in Pittsburgh is unequivocally now. They lack a true number 2 wideout. Jennings, with his tough, rugged, physical style, reminds many within that organization of the legendary Hines Ward. Beyond Metcalf, their receiver room is thin. Calvin Austin, a smaller receiver. Roman Wilson, who barely played last year due to injuries. Jonnu Smith, a tight end hybrid, and then older, less effective veterans like Robert Woods and Ben Skoranek. Jennings would be an immediate, much-needed upgrade. Then there are the Las Vegas Raiders. While they might not feel the same win-now pressure as Pittsburgh, their recent moves tell a different story. Hiring Pete Carroll, bringing in general manager John Spadavecchia, trading for Geno Smith, drafting a running back in the top 10, paying Max Crosby. These are not moves for the future. These are moves to be competitive immediately in 2025. And their wide receiver situation is arguably one of the worst in the league. Jacoby Myers is their number 1, Trey Tucker is their number 2, and rookie Dante Thornton Jr. is their number 3. They've drafted other young receivers, but the need for a proven, reliable target is glaring. When teams are desperate, they often overpay in trade compensation, meaning the 49ers could potentially net a 4th or 5th round pick, or even a player to fill another need. And let's not forget a dark horse in this race, the Miami Dolphins. Head coach Mike McDaniel has a strong familiarity with Jauan Jennings from their time together in San Francisco. And let's be honest, McDaniel is on one of the hottest seats in the NFL heading into this season. If the Dolphins flounder, he could be canned, while Miami boasts one of the top wide receiver duos in Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle. Jennings would offer a completely different look, a different play style that complements their speedsters. He'd be a physical, chain-moving third option, providing a crucial dimension that Miami currently lacks, especially with ongoing health questions surrounding quarterback Tua Tagovailoa. Adam Schefter's report of multiple teams' interest is certainly real. And while the Niners say they have no plans to trade him, that could simply be a strategic flex to drive up his value. So, Niner Nation, where do you think Jauan Jennings will play in 2025? Type SF for the Niners, or list a team you think he plays for down in the comments section right now. All right, shifting gears now, let's talk about the players who have the most on the line this season. We're breaking down 5 San Francisco 49ers who are entering make-or-break years in 2025. Players who need to prove their worth, solidify their roles, or secure their financial futures. 1. Jauan Jennings, wide receiver. Yes, we just talked about him, but he's also at the top of this list for a different reason. If Jennings doesn't get that new deal, 2025 becomes a monumental opportunity for him to prove he's a top 25 wide receiver in this league. He's had one truly great year of production, and that's likely why the Niners are hesitant to hand over a massive contract. But if he goes out there and delivers another highly productive season, he could set himself up for an even bigger payday next offseason, whether it's with the 49ers or elsewhere. The ball is in his court. 2. Colton McKivitz, right tackle. This is an interesting one because the fan base is incredibly divided on McKivitz. Many think he struggles, while I believe he's somewhere in the okay to average, sometimes good range. He'll likely never be elite, but McKivitz is entering the final year of his deal. He showed clear improvement from 2023 to 2024, and while he won't command top-of-market money, like Mike McGlinchey did a few years ago, the offensive tackle market is absolutely red-hot. If McKivitz plays consistently sound football this year, protecting Brock Purdy's blind side, he stands to earn a significant pay raise, whether it's from the Niners or another team looking for a reliable tackle. Just look at Aaron Banks, an okay guard who just got $19 million per year from the Packers. The opportunity is there for McKivitz. 3. D. Winters, linebacker. This is a huge year for D. Winters, as he has a golden opportunity to solidify and lock down a starting linebacking role alongside Fred Warner. According to linebackers coach Johnny Holland, Winters had a truly big offseason, and it's time for him to put all the pieces together. I absolutely love his play style. He plays quickly, he plays fast, and he plays with incredible physicality. Last year, he posted an 80 coverage grade at the linebacker position, which was one of the highest in football, ranking 6th among 189 off-ball linebackers. However, that came on a limited sample size. The big question is, how will that translate to playing a full year as a starter? If he performs well throughout the entire season, he too could not only secure a starting job, but also a lucrative contract as he enters the waning years of his rookie deal. He has a chance to prove he's a truly good player. 4. Jason Pinnock, safety. Jason Pinnock recently told Matt Maiocco that he wants to be an all-pro player and a starter for the Niners in 2025. And he certainly has the skills to back up that ambition. He's excellent going downhill, a very good athlete, and possesses great length and height. His sack, quarterback hit, and TFL numbers are impressive for a safety. While he might not be a lead in coverage, the 49ers have a history of hiding players with similar skill sets, just like they did with Talanoa Hufanga a couple of years ago when he became a first-team All-Pro. I believe Robert Saleh, who drafted Pinnock back in 2020 with the Jets and clearly liked him, can utilize him in a similar fashion. If Pinnock plays well this year, he can truly revive his career and earn a significant payday after signing a one-year contract with the Niners. He's currently penciled in as the Week 1 starter alongside Jair Brown, especially with Malik Mustafa coming off ACL surgery. His skill set is intriguing, and this is his moment. 5. Yetur Gross-Matos, defensive end. Honestly, I'm tired of talking about potential when it comes to Yetur Gross-Matos. I'm tired of talking about YGM as a guy who could break out. He was a second-round pick in 2020, the 6th pick in that round by the Carolina Panthers, a freak athlete at 6 feet 5 inches, 266 pounds, with an astounding 82.25-inch wingspan. But up to this point, he has been all potential and very little consistent production. The 49ers need him to produce this year. They gave him a nice contract going into 2024. He dealt with a knee injury early on that hampered him, but he still showed flashes, playing both defensive tackle and defensive end. Right now, he's likely the next best backup defensive end after Bryce Huff. He's going to have opportunities this season. The length, the athleticism, the skill set, it's all there, but it's time for it to finally translate into consistent production. If it doesn't, his opportunity to earn consistent snaps for any team across the NFL might diminish significantly. This is the year for YGM to deliver. So, Niner Nation, which player on this 49ers roster do you think has the most to prove heading into the 2025 season? Drop a name or multiple names down below in the comment section right now. Your insights, your predictions, your passion. It's what makes this community thrive. And if you found this deep dive into 49ers present and future as compelling as we did, Please hit that like button, share this video with your fellow football fanatics, and most importantly, make sure you subscribe right here for daily exclusive coverage of the Niners. Until next time, keep that Niner pride strong, and let's keep the conversation going.